So hi.
Hi.
Hi. So I tried to get you to do this on national television for very many years and you refused. Why?
Because my husband said that you'll go on Coffee with Karan and the first word you'll say is penis and then you'll have to go back.
Is that, he has a problem with the word penis?
No, but he doesn't want his wife to go around saying penis, penis, penis.
Okay, alright. Okay, well done. Before we make this like the AIB roast and Aamir Khan will storm right out, I'm just I'm just going to make it about the book. I'm going to make it about the book. So, just like every other member of the media, what is the book about?
It's about you, Karan. There's a chapter in it says Karan Johar celebrates Karwa Chauth. There really is a chapter.
There's a part of me that really wants to do that, you know.
It's about how a modern woman looks at India and how India looks right back at her.
Right.
We live in a world where we have sent a satellite to Mars, but we're looking at the moon and praying for our husband's long lives. I do it. My sister-in-law makes me do it, forces me. So, you know, and the thing about writing about India is our economic backgrounds are often very different, but our cultural references are always the same. So, movie stars' child will have a black thread around her wrist, and so will a tailor's. And I try to find things that are, you know, sort of a common thread, literally, between all kinds of people, and look at India in my own sort of wonky way.
Well, your wonky way has definitely gone quite far in succeeding, so well done on that. And I'm sure much to the amusement of your family and your husband, who's always politically correct. I don't know how he really reacts to the things you write on a daily basis.
I have many editors. He's my first editor, and he makes me remove words and phrases, lines. He's made me remove Pakistan 4 times. He tried to make me remove Lotus from my last one. I'm writing a column on Radhe Ma. He makes
so he's
me, yeah.
your in-house Fairaj Nailani.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yes.
Okay. Alright, wonderful. Well, okay, you know how it goes with this coffee banter, that we have like what I call the rapid fire, where you're meant to actually kind of dodge the questions cleverly, because very rarely do people really answer them honestly, but I'm hoping that is not the case with you. So are you ready before we storm into it?
Yeah.
Because,
bring it on.
Because I didn't think you were the type for me to continue gushing about your book and you accepting those compliments.
Yeah.
Because we all know the book is going to be supremely entertaining, and that's why we're all here. But it's not really about the book, is it? Twinkle.
Hey. That's it. Now you're dead.
3 things about you, Twinkle, that no one knows.
My other names could have been Sparkle and Sprinkle. That's
What? Yeah, I want to know about this name. Like, the pet name is Tina, the real name is Twinkle. What were you thinking?
You know, Chinar. Yeah. Now, and she's telling me, why don't you call your daughter Chinar? I said, you know what a nickname will be? This is my mom's idea. So, yeah, we don't ask her for names.
Clearly not. Clearly, at least we have to give full credit for originality.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so 3 things about you that no one knows. You said yes. 1.
2, my mother thinks my sister does everything better than me.
Okay.
She runs a house better. She's the Martha Stewart of India. What is the 3rd thing about me? I don't know, there isn't anything. Everyone knows everything now.
Your life is an open book, literally.
It's a, yeah, it is. It's an open book. We are going to open the book, yeah.
Yeah, you didn't have to explain that. That's fair. Alright, okay. What does your husband have that other heroes don't?
A few extra inches. In height, vertically.
Alright, size can shatter and matter. Alright. If you can ban one thing in this country, what would it be?
Maggie.
Man?
Maggie. What?
Maggie. Maggie.
Maggie, 2-minute noodles. We don't want them in our bedroom and we don't want them in our kitchen.
We know Amrita Singh started that ball rolling.
Yes, I know.
Alright, okay. I think Aamir is going to leave the room. Alright. Which heroine should be cast according to you in Akshay's next movie?
Jaya Lalita, and they can do the Cape Crusader.
I'm not even reacting to that. That's my expression. All right. What is the first thing that comes to your mind when I say the following? The porn ban.
Seriously, as a mom, I would be happy if they did, but as a citizen, I don't agree.
Okay. Article 377.
You can't marry a member of the same gender as you, but this is India, so you can marry a tree.
Yeah, that you can. Yeah. That is apparently the truth. Twitter trolls.
Cockroaches, you spray hit, they come squirming out, and then you just kind of stamp on them happily.
Okay, that's what I should learn to do then. All right, the stupidest question you've ever been asked in an interview, and don't make this about any question I've asked you.
Somebody actually asked me if I finished school, because apparently my name is Twinkle, so I don't think that my parents could spell or I could spell. So yeah, the stupidest question.
That you finished school?
Have I finished school?
All right. Who's your first celebrity crush?
No one.
No one?
No. No.
No? Not enamored by anyone?
No.
Okay. A person you think who deserves their own reality show?
Radhema, I'm obsessed.
Yeah, currently she is quite the national obsession. 3 things no one knows about your husband, Akshay Kumar.
He cries during movies, just like Aamir. He wears checkered pajama suits like a British gentleman. And
Really?
yeah, every night.
You wear checkered pajamas? I thought you were more shorts kind of guy.
No. And the very rare occasions that he does get drunk, he sings songs like Mainu Visa Dila De Dubai Da. I've never heard that song ever. Mainu Visa Dila De Dubai Da is...
Mainu Visa Dila De Dubai Da?
Yeah, he has sung the song.
All right. Okay. What would you do if you woke up as the following people? If you woke up as Ranbir Kapoor?
I wouldn't speak because the cat's got my tongue.
What would you do if you woke up as Deepika Padukone?
I would do everything. It's my choice.
All right. What would you do if you woke up as Narendra Modi?
Hey, I'll get into trouble for this. I would make Akshay Kumar sports minister.
Oh, well done. What would you do if you woke up as Rahul Gandhi?
I'd look for mummy. Okay, I want to ask you. What would you do if you woke up as Mayavati?
Shave.
Shave?
If you found the following people's phones, what would be the most controversial thing on it? Hrithik Roshan.
He's my neighbor. I can look out of my window. I don't have to look at his phone to see things.
Aamir Khan.
Pictures of naked aliens for research purposes.
All right, well done. I don't know if you win the hamper, but you definitely win something. Yeah, you win. Well, thank you. That was Twinkle Khanna Unplugged, as I have said. Well done, Twinkle. And we have a surprise for you. I'd like to now invite on stage a man who knows you inside out. Please welcome your gynecologist, Dr. Shehryar. Doctor, where would you like to sit? Welcome to this banter, Doctor. I'm so sorry to do this to you, but there's apparently lots of stuff in the book dedicated to you. And by her own admission, she believes that your idea of foreplay is tapping somebody on their head for your own life, because that's the one part of a woman's anatomy you don't really get to see.
She has announced that very loudly in parties, yes.
Really? So why do you think you're such a large part of her book, Doctor?
Well, I think if women wrote books, gynecologists would be very large parts of the books.
I'm sure. That is true. But apparently under the influence of anesthesia, she said very, very strange things.
No, 1 second. Let me say this.
Yes.
So I'm under general anesthesia. It's not even like some local thing. And he says, we tell all our women patients, dream about your favorite hero, Aamir Khan, Salman Khan, but you have your own, so you dream about him. And then count back to 3, and I'm knocked out. And then?
Yeah. So basically, it works this way that you got to keep the patient distracted while the anesthesia is being given. So one great way of distracting them is exotic vacation, and most women would like to go for an exotic vacation with who but their favorite
With
film
somebody
stars.
else's husband.
Well, some will be very good and say husband, and some will say crazy, who would you think of under anesthesia? They'll say God, but most women want a film star. So actually, we know who's the most popular guy, because I know when I'm asking women this question, I know who's the flavor of the season. Trust me, it keeps changing. So this lady here, I said, there's no point in asking you this question because you have a film star back home, and what more? So she starts muttering and saying things about, she's obsessed with height, as you've already realized. And she starts talking about other favorite film stars, but keeps muttering that they are so short.
Under anesthesia.
Under anesthesia. I mean, that's all that she can say. And she says some names, and she says they are so short. Okay, so that's what she
what
said.
her exotic vacation was.
That's what her exotic vacation was, Akshay. But then the other guys are all short.
Under anesthesia, so I can't
That's
make
the
this
truth.
up.
That's absolutely.
And I have no memory of this. He's very proudly gone and told my family.
It's like a truth serum, So that's what she thinks about.
But I have to say, forget about her, but doctor, you have a blast on so many levels. Because can I be a fly on that wall? Because especially to see women's fantasies being spoken about under the influence of anesthesia, something I want to hear.
So once I asked this patient, which would be your favorite place you'd like to go to, and it's usually the Maldives. And one woman tells me Dalal Street.
Dalal Street.
She actually said Dalal Street.
But why?
I have no clue. I have absolutely no clue.
That's almost erotic in a weird way.
Very weird. I think it's that big statue out there on Dalal Street. Probably.
Maybe she likes the visual of like 1,000 men screaming in one place.
I don't know.
What are your experiences been with Dr. Sharia, Twinkle?
Okay. So once I went to false labor. False labor is when you think you're just going to deliver. I'm heavily pregnant.
Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah, you've been there, yeah. So I go to hospital, and he's on this romantic holiday with his wife in Jordan. And children. So I called him and I said, doctor, I'm like dying, something's happening to me. And he was very worried. So he kept calling me again and again. And by then I was fine. He kept calling me. He didn't stop. So finally I said, doctor, please focus on the vagina next to you and forget about mine.
And you had what to say to that?
Well, very little, because what do you say to that? And by the way, is vagina not on the list of those deleted words?
No, you can give me a monologue about it, which doesn't matter.
So actually she SMS'd me. Yeah, she actually SMS'd me. And it went something like, will you stop worrying about other women's vaginas and concentrate on the one that's officially yours?
Yeah, that's what I said.
That's exactly
Well, thank you. That's a lovely note. Thank you so much, doctor. Thank you for being here with us. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen, for Dr. Sharia. Thank you. Thank you so much, doctor. Thank you. All right, so Twinkle...
I don't think Mr. Khan wants to come on stage. He's thinking this is a second roast and he'll get arrested or something.
He doesn't have... Unfortunately, now he's locked in with us. So, speaking about Mr. Khan, he's a big part of Twinkle's life, not only as a close friend, but also the big reason why she married Akshay. And I think he will come up and tell you exactly why that is. Please welcome a really close friend of Twinkle's and somebody who's a part of not only her film history, but her marital status, Aamir Khan. So you know why I said that, Aamir?
No, I have no idea. I have no idea.
You have no idea? Because apparently she said that if Mela flopped, she would marry Akshay. So you helped.
It was a disaster. I packed my bags and I said, this Rupa, dekho bit is done with.
Yeah. So did you know that?
No, I had no idea, but I'm glad I contributed to that.
Anyway,
I just want to add that Twinkle constantly, misuses me. And she made me the videographer on her wedding with Akshay. Yeah. I was ordered to come and start shooting.
But why did she think that you had a special expertise in that department?
No, she just was giving jobs to various people. So this is the job that landed up with me.
Is that what has your experience been with her? Because did you ever think she was a good actress?
No. Once he asked me, what are you doing? Why are you behaving like this? You're not even focusing on work. I said, I'm thinking about Akshay. He almost slapped me. I still remember in some outdoor.
Did I? No.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't have reacted that way to that. Yeah.
Yeah, you just made a face
But
and...
Aamir, you're always known to be very honest about your opinion. Did you really think she was a good actress?
I thought she was fantastic. I thought she was fantastic.
No, I'll ask you again. Maybe you're being a little intimidated by the surroundings.
See,
Did you think she was a good actress?
Shut up! Okay, how many times? No, I couldn't act. I'm very happy I quit.
Well, all of us have different abilities. Yeah. and I mean that. And Twinkle is really talented in some of the most amazing, activities like insulting people. She's an expert in insulting people. I mean, all through my life, since I've known her, she's just constantly insulted me.
But what is the most hurtful insult that has been hurled towards you?
No, I can't remember that one. There've been so many.
Yeah.
Most hurtful? Maybe you remember, yeah.
Why you didn't carry a towel?
Yeah, well, that was just a normal one. Yeah.
There are worse ones. So what has your experience been with her? I mean, she's been. What has your experience been with her?
Well, actually, I've had a pretty good experience working with Twinkle. It was great fun working with her. We got really close, and
This is very boring. Why you just say some funny things like how I found you. You were crying behind a rock.
I can't compete with you and Karan.
No, you were crying behind a rock.
Don't even come close.
So this is what actually
you
happened.
got him crying behind a rock.
He was sitting behind a rock. So he had gone to the director to explain this shot, and the director didn't listen to him. And this is Aamir, he's very serious about his work. So he was heartbroken, and I was looking for him. Where is he? And I went, and there was this massive rock, and he was sitting behind it, and he was crying.
Poor fellow, how sad, Aamir. You were upset because Dharmesh Darshan didn't listen
Look
to
at
you.
what she's doing. Look at what she's doing. So now you have a sample of what she constantly does to me. But it was really good working with her because I discovered that behind this bimbet kind of exterior, there was actually this really sharp person, who had a great intellect, had a great sense of humor, and was extremely perceptive about human relationships, human beings, and I found that quite fascinating.
No, he's saying all this. Let me please tell you. So in the beginning, when I started writing, I actually have a quote in my book because it was him. So Sarita Tanwar, thank you very much, who asked me to write this column. She said, you're this voracious reader and you crack lame jokes all the time, so why don't you write a column for me? So I told him, and he said, hey, everybody in India watches cricket, doesn't mean they can play. So I actually took that quote from him. And then when I started writing, I would send him links of my columns. And he would tell me this is rubbish and send me links of Satyame Jayate or Satyame Jayate every day. Okay? So one day I sent him a link of my column saying, it's doing really well. I'm trending at number 7. And he's telling me, my show is number 1. I said, you're a big time movie star, the prime time TV show. I'm a has-been actress with a column. But he still competes with me. He competes with everybody.
You finished?
Yeah.
Yes.
I really didn't think she would make it as a writer. So I was very concerned for her. So it was out of concern. I was not being funny. I was concerned that I was telling her, that everybody watches cricket, but not everyone plays it. It was out of concern,
This is the encouragement. And there's my husband on the other
let me
side.
finish, yeah. Let me finish.
My husband's
Let
like,
her
yes.
finish. What happened? I wish the cat would get your tongue. Let him speak.
So anyway, I was when I began reading her articles, I was really blown. Yeah. I thought she was very good. She made me laugh. She was very perceptive, and it's okay to be a person who's funny and perceptive, but to actually also be able to write that and create that on paper is not easy. So I was most impressed by her.
Yeah, well, she has done really well. So give it up then for Twinkle Khanna. Thank you, Aamir. You have to sit here.
Oh, okay.
You cannot go anywhere now. You are prime time superstar. You cannot go.
Prime time superstar.
And we have to call the man who's actually tolerated Twinkle for more than a decade. Please welcome her husband, Akshay Kumar. Come here. No. No. Firstly, my deepest condolences. My apologies on behalf of the film fraternity. We come from film families, so we must apologize that these are our products that are on display. So we must say that. And thank you, thirdly, for accepting our girl with open arms and giving her a life.
My pleasure.
He's quite proud of her. He has not agreed with anything I've said.
Yeah.
No, but tell me, you have many fights with your wife? Do you fight a lot with her?
Do I fight with her? Yes, I do.
You do?
Yeah.
And who's the first to make up?
Obviously me. It's me, because we have rules in the house. Rule number 1, Funnybones is always right.
Okay.
Tina is always right. And rule number 2, the man of the house has to keep on saying sorry, sorry, sorry all the time. So I'm the guy who keeps on going and begging. So.
And then rule
Okay, be honest. Isn't that the rule?
No, there's no such rule.
There's no such rule. Okay,
There's no such
fine.
And,
Okay.
and the third
You
rule?
know both of us. No, that's all. There are too many rules now.
Okay. No, I can completely imagine. We know she can make you laugh, but when is the last time you think she made you cry?
I think last week only when she saw my film Brothers, she said,
Good things. I liked it.
I'm not saying you didn't like it. Let me speak. I said, she saw Brothers and she said, you work so hard and you're such a strong man. I know you'll protect me for the rest of my life. So I started a little bit, I was a little bit emotional about it.
Oh.
So that's it.
Yeah, I mean, I have this thing. I like men who can like kick someone and kill
Do you
them.
know Karan, when she married me, you have to tell them about, she made a whole list why she should marry me. And all my, please go ahead, Tina.
Yeah.
Apparently, this is something very few people do, but I think it's common sense. So when I married him, I'm going to have children with him. So I made a genetic list. You know what diseases run in his family
I
or
thought I was
not.
anal, yeah? This is like serious stuff, yeah? Huh?
This is actually, yeah. But
And I hid it in a drawer and he found it. So he's like,
What
that's
is
why
it?
you were asking me at what age my uncle lost his hair and what, who has cancer in my family. I'd keep asking him.
That's seriously twisted, Tina.
Why? It's practical.
And did he pass on various accounts?
I have 2 children.
And both beautiful, so well done on genetics then. All right, fantastic. So if you had to describe her, because we're all from the fraternity, we had to describe her as a Hindi film title, Akshay, what would that Hindi film title be?
Saas bhi kabhi bahu.
Saas bhi kabhi bahu nahi.
That is a
I
TV
would,
series.
I would say that she is baby. She's like a deadly mission with a very, very, very happy ending. So,
You know that has all kinds of meanings.
listen, I don't know how you're going to think about it, but that was my film, and that's what she is.
She's a baby with a deadly mission and a happy ending. She sounded like something we've banned already. Aamir, you have a film title that describes Trina?
Yeah, Hunter Wali.
All right, fantastic. So Tina, now your last thoughts on these 2 men. Both of them have been a big part of your life in terms of one, your husband, one, an actor you've had a tremendous relationship with. And what are your thoughts on them being on your panel on the launch of this big moment in your life?
They're lucky they're here. There could be 2 other people there, more deserving, but I couldn't find anyone else. So I asked them.
That's why I didn't mention my name. I didn't want this insult hurled at me. I was very happy. Well, I want to say that, all credit or discredit for a person's demeanor, personality, and their general nature comes from the mother. So I think we should call the mother on stage right now to launch this book along with these 2 wonderful gentlemen. And if she has anything to say, or maybe apologize to us on behalf of her daughter.
Hi, everyone. I had a lot to say, but I've been asked not to, because after all, I am Mrs. Funnybones' mother, so it can get just very, very bad. But if you all insist, and you all must really insist, then I would love to share it with you.
Please do. You must.
Should I? You're serious? Okay. Now, I don't care how you accept it or take it. Okay, the first time I ever realized that Tina had, she was witty or she could make things up was, I had gone to their house when they were newly married with Kichada, and it was just me, Akshay, and Tina. So after having the Kichada, Akshay said, "Arey bhai, ek soda leke aao, thoda sa kala miri dal ke." Stop it. Should I stop it? Yes. Serious? But I want to say it. Come on. Go ahead, right? So this time, my rights. Oh, no, I have to share this because it may be wrong, but who the, I mean, okay. So she goes, so many channels that's all right. Go ahead, have a field day. You've never seen me like this. Go on, okay? So what does my brilliant daughter do with me sitting there, newly married, both of them? She goes, "Oh, जब पेट बिगड़ा जाए, अक्षय सोडा पाइए, हवा इधर से, हवा उधर से, Can you believe this?
No one heard
I
that
was
song.
sitting there, I didn't know where to look.
She's my mother. Yeah, worse than me. So there are no questions where I get this from. Mom, please unveil the book. We don't want any more stories.
Yeah, can we have the book, ladies and gentlemen, very quickly?
There are a few people I'd like to thank. My family, my sister, who tries to make every column I write politically correct. And my family, Karan, Aamir, Mom, thank you for that lovely incident. And I'm very happy that nobody could hear that. Thank you. Thank you very much.
And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being such a fabulous audience. And Mrs Funnybones is available at a store near you, so go grab your copy. Thank you very much for being here tonight. Thank you.
You can now click on the link given in the description below to download the official Bollywood Backstage app for the latest news and gossip.
And don't forget to subscribe to Bollywood Backstage.